Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Siegelin's Proving Grounds. Today I'm here on the Subtlety Rogue. This is one of my favorite classes because I feel like it has the strongest skill cap of any melee class in the game, and a lot of top streamers would agree with that statement. And the reason behind that is mostly Shadow Dance, actually, because of its cooldown as both offensive and crowd control utility. It's incredible for like setting up CC chains. If you get off a blind and then get a sap, you can get a sap if you shadow dance, and since you're shadow dancing, you are also able to put offensive pressure out on the, you know, uh, most likely DPS. It obviously depends on who you're CCing, but that's a big part of subtleties. What they bring to the table in terms of PvP. PvE though, I don't really think they're that viable. I haven't seen any sub rogues in PvE. Now, of course, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but this was even true in Mists of Pandaria. I didn't see many sub rogues, and I didn't really raid before that, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, sub rogue is not usually even thought of as a PvE class, so it's kind of fair that not many people, or at least I would perceive it to not be really viable in PvE. I mean, I'm sure it's, like doable. It's just combat and assassination are probably better because they're not so dependent on being in stealth. Combat especially, you don't need to be in stealth at all for that. But without going too much on a tangent here, let's go into talents and glyphs. I'm only going to talk about the ones I think are mandatory. The rest are really either defensive or just entirely up to you and your play style. So I always take subterfuge on a sub rogue because three ambushes is always better than one. You get 3 seconds that you can use stealth abilities after stealth break. So I like the idea of 3 ambushes rather than just one. Um, Mark for Death. The reason this is so mandatory, this is mandatory in Proving Grounds, is because it's so freaking strong. Like you always will have it off cooldown because you're killing things so fast, and it's just really nice for getting 2 5-point eviscerates off in a row. Like you build combo points, get a 5-point eviscerate, Mark for Death, another 5-point eviscerate right afterwards, and it's very strong. And Venom Rush is worth mentioning because every single wave except for wave 2 has at one point at least 3 enemies up at the same time. So you can get the full benefit of this on every single wave except for wave 2. And again, for Deadly Momentum, it's the same logic as Mark for Death. You're killing things so often that you will never have to refresh Slice and Dice. I have to refresh Slice and Dice for the first time on wave 8, and then I have to refresh it again on wave 10. And that's it. That's the only 2 times I have to refresh Slice and Dice. Other than that, Glyph of Garrote and Glyph of Cheap Shot, I pick those because those are the glyphs I had in Mists of Pandaria. And they just so both happen to work very well against Mystics and Banana Tossers. Garrote for the Mystics, and Cheap Shot for the Banana Tossers, and when you put them together, they got great synergy. And I mean, the other thing is, again, as with my combat video, if you watch the beginning, I have not looked through these glyphs at all. I know the rogue class though, and everything about these glyphs brings utility to the table. So it's really up to you how you play your class. If you play it differently, that's fine. Use those glyphs. This is just what I use. And I'll be able to show you, though, why I feel my glyphs are pretty powerful in this situation. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Proving Ground Gold for the Sub-Rogue. This first wave, I'm going to go ahead and start with killing the Slayer on this side. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch to the Amber Weaver in the middle. And yeah, he's going to cast Amber Globule. Cool. So he's going to cast Amber Globule. I'm going to kite it to him. One-shot him with Eviscerate. I'm going to go ahead and switch to Slayer here. They're all dead. Boom. For this next wave, there's going to be a Banana Tosser who spawns more in the front here, and the Amber Weaver right behind him. I'm going to go ahead and cheap shot the Banana Tosser so he can't get away. I'm going to go ahead and shiv him so he can't move too far either. Shit. I was not close enough to get hit with the globule, but I did. That was weird. It's okay though, I'm going to be able to recover from that. Yep. So I don't know, the globule hit me. I didn't see it hit me, but it hit me, I guess. And yeah, I don't know. So this wave, I'm going to go ahead and Garrote the Mystic, cheap shot the Banana Tosser, and then use the 5 points to kidney shot the Mystic so we can't heal. And the Banana Tosser went down, so did the Mystic. Why can't I attack? Oh, I see. I'm sorry, this is actually pretty off for me. Like, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, that was a mistake. Oh well. Okay, so I started off this wave with a Garrote on the Mystic, and then I went ahead and cheap shotted the Banana Tosser, but I had 5 combo points that I didn't want to keep wasting by, using combo point generating abilities. So I went ahead and kidney shotted the Banana Tosser, but I usually use that on the Mystic after Garrote breaks. But however, the Banana Tosser hadn't moved, so I was able to just go ahead and kick the Mystic. For this next wave, this is where Mark for Death really shines through, because I'm going to go ahead and just use it like really early. Oh, never mind, he went down. Well, I can use it when I switch to these Banshees, and it's nice because those Banshees kind of require, that you burst them down. And you can do the same with the Guardians, just go ahead and get 5-point Eviscerate on them. And they go down pretty easily with Mark for Death 5-point Eviscerate after that. And Mark for Death is then never on cooldown because you're just using it when you're about to kill them. But I use it on every single, except for the first guy, every single one in that. Why am I in combat? That was really lame. I was in combat until the end of that wave. So what I'm doing here is starting off on the Vermin in the middle, because if their percent health gets lower than the Mystics, then the Mystics will heal the Vermin instead of themselves. And since it's an AoE wave with the Vermin obviously have less health than the Mystics do, so it's not really that big of a deal if the Vermin get healed, especially compared to how big of a deal it is that the Mystics get healed. As you can see, I haven't even really focused on the Vermin up until this point, and most of them had really low health. So for this wave, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the blind on the Mystic who spawns over here, and I'm going to go ahead and cheap shot and easily kill the Banana Tosser who spawns to my left over here. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the Guardian momentarily, but what I really want is the Banshee here. I'm going to go ahead and kidney shot him just so he can get the globule on him, because I've actually had it the past couple times where he just avoids the globule somehow. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the Mystic over here after I kill the Guardian very easily. I'm going to let the globule get into the Mystic so I can just get 2 5-point Eviscerates on him in a row and kill him easily. And now this globule I'm going to kite directly into this Banshee who's spawning now. And he's going to take extra damage. It's going to be really easy to kill. I'm going to go ahead and get this globule back to the Amber Weaver. Once again, he'll be very easy to kill with the globule on him. And he goes down. This next wave, I'm going to go ahead and take care of the Amber Weavers first. This will be the first wave where I have to refresh my... what's it called? Slice and Dice. Yeah, so that was rough. I took out the Amber Weavers first, and the one who died actually got a globule off on me before he died, so I had to deal with that. Whatever though. So what I'm doing here, I was just kind of biding my time there, because he had his shield up, which makes him take 50% reduced damage. So I wasn't really doing anything big on him, but as soon as the shield comes down, he takes 300% increased damage. So that's when I save Shadow Dance for, and just unload on him. On this wave, I'm going to go ahead and start with a Garrote on the Mystic and a Kidney Shot on the Banana Tosser. And Banana Tosser, I then went ahead, put a 5-point Rupture on the Banana Tosser, switched the Mystic, got some combo points on him, and got a Kidney Shot off right when he started to cast his heal. And then I killed the Banana Tosser, and then I killed the Mystic, and then got a 5-point Rupture on the Shaw, and then killed the Banshee as it spawned. So I have Shadow Dance once again for this wave. So I'm going to go ahead and use it here when his shield falls, and he's going to die really easily. I was also pooling my energy there, so I had a bunch of energy when his shield fell. For this wave, even though he's going to start with his shield up, I'm going to go ahead and take Berserking anyway for the first 15% of his health. If I can get through 15% of his health, then it's a good deal taking Berserking. I'm actually not going to use Mark for Death because I want to save it for the Banshee when that comes out. So I can kill it easily and then get some fast damage on the Shah when his barrier comes down. So this is the second time I've had to refresh Slice and Dice. And there's 15%. Banshee's coming out now. I'm going to get him down fast. And I know when the Banshee goes down, that's a sign that the Shah is about to go down. Or the shield is about to go down. So I'm going to go ahead and vanish as soon as I pick up Berserking. I'm going to go ahead and get some ambushes off with that. Then I'm going to go ahead and Shadow Dance and take out the Shah incredibly easily. And then I went ahead and started doing some damage to the Slayer just because I still had Shadow Dance up. But I switched to the Banshee as soon as it came out and killed them both no problem. And that, my friends, is Proving Grounds Gold as a Subtlety Rogue. Now there were a couple waves there where I was actually mentally patting myself on the back because of how well I was using the like the combination of Garrote and Cheap Shot like I was talking about, especially for, you know, obviously the only real time it mattered was when I would use Garrote and Cheap Shot on the Mystics and Banana Tossers, but I felt I did a pretty good job of those, except at the start. It was a rocky start. That was weird. I was especially not able to really explain what was going on because I was so confused myself, but more or less, that's how I do those first waves anyway. It's just a matter of the detail more than anything. Like, that wasn't as perfect. Like wave 3 especially, that's not the best I've done on that wave, but no, I probably haven't done worse. But yeah, it got the job done obviously, so that's what really counts at the end of the day. And that was actually a struggle for me, believe it or not, Sud Rogue, because at wave 10, I would always let my Slice and Dice fall off, and I didn't know when it was falling off. That was the biggest problem. It was, and I realized on the last wave when it fell off, and it fell off sometime around when I was talking about the Banshee coming up. Sometime around there, a little bit beforehand. So keep an eye on your Slice and Dice on that last wave, and that's really all you'll need to keep an eye on Slice and Dice for with the Glyph of Deadly Momentum. This glyph is just crazy. Like I said, I had to refresh Slice and Dice twice that entire time. So, yeah. Go ahead and leave a comment if this video helped you. Be sure to like it if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more. I already have 2 classes done, 2.5, because this is 2 2/3 if you want to be technical, because this is now the second video I've done for the Combat Rogue. I'm getting gold on every damage spec of every class, and then I'm probably moving into tank, but I will have to see about healer. I'm not really good with healer. We'll see though. We will see. Yeah, so subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the Proving Ground.